The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 41 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Stay Alive playing cards. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Stay Alive playing cards in a nice matte green tuck box here. It says Stay Alive here on the front with a little bird here, like a falcon here on a branch with a little golden arch here in the middle. On the side it says playing cards. On the side it says Bradley Mountain. These cards were made by Bradley Mountain. On the bottom you got a barcode and some corporate information there. On the back there's a little sneak peek, I think, of the back design here. Yep. Then you got as a stamp seal, red stamp seal here that says Stay Alive, Bradley Mountain, established 2012 with a little yellow border around. And on the top it says, I'm not sure what it says on the underneath of here. Mountain something maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and then on the tuck flap, there's nothing there, it's just green. We take the cards out. On the inside of the tuck box, it actually is different than just plain white. You got some kind of tan, desert tan color in the inside. So it is slightly different than than plain white. Okay, here on the top you can kind of see it there. It actually says Made in USA there on the top. You can kind of see a little imprint there. Yeah, but the inside is colored, so that's a little bit of a bonus for this deck. What makes me like the deck a little bit more because it has a custom interior of the tuck box. Well, now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And here, first we'll start with the back design. This is a one-way back design. Here it says, made and designed in USA, Bradley Mountain Survival Plan cards, 52 essential survival tips. Then you got the snake. Then you got the lion. No, you got a bear there. Then you got a wolf. Then you got some kind of lion there. And then it's on a black background with a little gold border. And you got the standard white border going around. This is one-way back design, because if you were to flip it over, they would not match up. They would all be mixed up. Now take a look at the cards you get. Here we start with the custom Ace of Spades here, and the custom pips. So the Ace of Spades is a campfire. And if you look down here below the campfire, you got survival tip number 1. And you can kind of read that there. And then all the other cards, you got the custom spades here. But then each card has their own tip. So there's survival tip number 2. And then there's a different survival tip on each card here. I'll slowly go through them if you want to pause and read them. But I'm not going to spend too much time looking at all these. Then we get to the Jack, Queen, and King here. You got the Jack of Spades here, which still has the survival tip, but it has a compass. You got a compass for the Jack of Spades. And then for the Queen of Spades, you got a branch with an acorn on it. And then for the King of Spades, you got a snake, which is still the survival tip. Then on to the custom Ace of Diamonds here. Those are slightly custom diamonds. And then you got the rest of the diamonds here. I'm just going to quickly go through all these, and you can pause. And then we got to the court cards here. The Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds. First, we got the Jack of Diamonds, which has a robe on it. Then we got the Queen of Diamonds, which has some mushrooms on it. And then we got the King of Diamonds, which has a mountain lion. Then we get to the court cards for the clubs. First we'll start with the King of Clubs, which has a bear, and you still got those survival tips. And the Queen of Clubs has a cactus. And the Jack of Clubs has a little folding knife. And then we get to the rest of the clubs, which are those custom clubs and the survival tips on them. I'll quickly go through those. And then we get to, lastly, the hearts. You got the King of Hearts here, which has a wolf on it. And the Queen of Hearts, which has poison ivy on it. Some leaves. And then we got the Jack of Hearts, which has a log with an axe. And then for the rest of the hearts, you just got that custom hearts pips there. And of course the survival tips on the inside. I'm just going to show them off quick enough so you can pause them. And we got the custom Ace of Hearts here, which is the bigger heart in the middle. And then we got this extra card here, which just has all the pictures of the pips on it. And no, you got all the pictures of the quick cards on it. All the pictures that were on the quick cards here. You got those here with the black background. And then we got the two jokers here, which are two identical jokers. That say Joker here on the bottom, with that same like falcon there on the branch. Well, now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. These cards were made in the US, so they're made by the United States Playing Card Company, so they should have fantastic handling, but we'll always test it out. So first, we'll spring the deck, and this has not been sprung yet, or been used yet, so we'll test out the springs. Well, they spring pretty nice. It is a little stiff, because with a new deck, it hasn't been used yet. They're a little stiff. And decks can be slippery. I just dropped a couple cards here that I was just picking up. So they can be a little slippery. But it is a little stiff. So you're going to put a little bit of pressure onto your springs. But overall, you can get used to it after a while because it'll break in. It'll be easier to spring after a while once you use the cards more. Now onto the fans. The fans spread really nice. No clumping, no sticking together. A nice spread. Nice even spread of the fan. So those are nice. Now we'll Pharaoh the cards. Nice easy Pharaoh. Now we'll do a giant fan of the back design here. Now we'll do a reverse Pharaoh. Well, you can reverse Pharaoh. It's not as easy as the other way because you have to put a little bit of pressure to get it to work. And it kind of like clumps a little bit because it's not like a perfect smooth Pharaoh, but it kind of works. Now for our giant fan of all the faces. Now for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Well, it Bridge Shuffle's pretty easy. Well, and it helps if you know how to do those, because they work better if you know how to do them. But no problem, they don't stick together when you do it. Now on to some packet cuts. Now on to the one-handed cut. Now the dribble of cards. And lastly, spread the cards. Well, overall, this is a pretty fun deck, because they got all the survival tips on them. So, this is not really a deck that you'd use to, like, do magic or, like, cardistry with and do tricks. This would be one that you just carry around on you as a cool little deck if you're out and about. Like, if you're camping or something, you could have these on you or something. Or if you're, like, a person that goes out in the wild, is out and about all the time, or you could just keep these in your car or something. But overall, it's a pretty nice deck. Other than the one-way back design, but you wouldn't be using it for card game, for like, you wouldn't be using it for magic or nothing. So, it works. This back design works for the deck. Well, anyway. Anyway. This has been day 40 of your daily deck review. This has been the Stay Alive playing cards by Bradley Mountain. If it will focus, by Bradley Mountain. That's the video. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.